Val Morgan Digital acknowledges the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of the land where this podcast is filmed. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people.
I can't believe someone can get pulled to HR for not wanting to be a friend. That's crazy.
That is wild. I feel like that is definitely not an HR issue.
That would put me off.
Yeah.
Now I know why they don't want to be a friend.
Yeah.
Because why are you going to HR?
Why are you going to HR?
That's also like, are you trying to get them fired for not being a friend? Because that's shady. Have you ever reported someone to HR? You've clocked into office hours with work besties Sohan and Hameda, helping you survive and thrive between 9 and 5.
We believe in work and play, so get ready to crush your career and live your best life. And welcome to our first episode! Who are we? My name is Sohan. Nice to meet you.
My name is Hameda. Lovely to meet you. Although you know that.
I do know that. And I actually have a surprise for you.
For me?
I've got our bios to read out so we can get to know each other and the people listening can get to know who we are.
Well, I've been dying to get to know you.
Well, here's my bio. Can you read it out?
I'm going to read out. Your big sister in the corporate jungle. Sohan Judge is our director of social and platforms. She began her career at 10 years old with her own radio show. Jealous, by the way.
I did, yeah.
And since she's done it all: radio, video production, writing, and social media strategy. A proud Capricorn, she also identifies heavily with her Pisces and Sagittarius placements. With over a decade in media, Sohan is ready to share those early career tips, workplace realities, and how to seriously thrive as she navigates the working world right alongside you.
So true.
So true.
Yeah, my one Sagittarius placement that I'm like holding on to.
I didn't see the fire, but now I do.
I'm very proud of it. It's in my Mercury.
Well, that's important because it's communication.
Exactly.
Mine is in Aries.
Slay. Let's get to know Hameda. Hameda is evidence that manifesting your dream career actually works and that side quests can actually contribute to your growth and success. After applying to BuzzFeed several times, she was finally hired as an office coordinator, then masterminded her way onto the content team. Absolutely. Now she's our branded content editor and is ready to teach you all how you can use the universe to survive and thrive while living your dream.
Who wrote that?
I think you wrote that. I think you wrote that yourself.
Well, that would explain why it's so true.
It's so accurate. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So, okay, today we're going to be talking about work friends and whether work friends can be your real friends.
No.
You just straight up saying no. But like, we met through work. Are we friends?
No.
No, what do you mean? You came to my wedding. You came to my 30th.
I'm kidding, guys.
Yeah.
I actually manipulated Sohan into becoming my friend. So I have to play it cool. Otherwise, who knows what will happen.
I'm dead. Yeah, more on that later. So we are real friends,
yes.
Even though we are work friends or we're work friends first.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know when a coworker is becoming a friend? Like, are there any unspoken rules? Are there any things that like you say, like when you know?
I'm trying to think back. Okay, here's a true story. Because I'm not joking when I say that I wanted to be Sohan's friend before she probably even knew that was happening.
This is crazy for me to hear. I'm like, wait, what?
I can't believe we've never talked about this.
No, not in so much detail.
Well, basically, okay, as you guys heard from her bio, Sohan is literally a freaking master of everything. Icon, legend. You want to be near her because she just uplifts and elevates everything around her.
God, stop.
But I observed Sohan from a distance. We were on different teams and I was very new. And then when I realized that we could transition from like a workplace colleague situational based friendship was when she started inviting me to her birthdays.
Yeah. And you know what? I would say this is also the moment where I was like, Hameda can transition to be my friend, because at when it's your birthday, you're thinking about like, who are the people that you want to be around you? Like, who are the people you want to share this with? And also like, there's a lot going on because you're like, okay, you got like different pockets of friends and different pockets of people. And I was like thinking about all the people that I know and I was like, oh yeah, Hameda's an icon. We get along so well at work. Like, I would really love to like get to know her better and like introduce her to my friends and like have like the group dynamic, like, you know, it's like. But yeah, I think
how you do it.
that is definitely a sign when you invite them to things outside of work.
And I guess introduce them to people in your life that aren't workplace related.
Totally. That is definitely a sign, because then you can hang out with your work friends outside of work with other work people as well.
Yes, and then that doesn't necessarily mean, because I've hung out with people that I work with other work friends, but I would never hang out with them one-on-one.
Like, no, God, no. I think we know who we're talking about. Yeah.
Several people.
Yes, there's a few of them. Okay. Cool. All right. Should we get into some of these dilemmas?
I think we should, because I need to know what people are thinking about this, because I have a very clear mindset when it comes to workplace friendships. Do you?
I do, and I think it's because I, and also you, like, we've been through like different dynamics that have forced us to like define these things.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it like that, but it's so true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of what the barriers are and the boundaries until... And especially because we worked in a place that was so startup friendship heavy.
Exactly.
Like we were a little family.
Yeah. And, you know, that's a red flag to say, but we really were. Like, you know, small team, spending a lot of time together, producing creative content. Like, you really do form friendships. But yeah, let's get into these dilemmas.
Let's do it.
Okay, first one. We're co-workers, not friends. Am I the problem for making a co-worker upset when I corrected her that we were just co-workers and not friends? I just left a job that I had for over 2 years. During that time, I had come to like many of my co-workers, but I didn't consider them to be friends, as in my opinion, friends are people who you hang out with and are able to text or call out of the blue. I understand that my opinion of friend may not be the universal definition of friend, but in my opinion, if I don't hang out or text you about non-work related things, then I am not your friend. On my last day at work, a former coworker of mine kept saying that they would miss me and kept referring to me as their friend. I reminded them that while I enjoy their company at work, I don't consider us to be friends. They were confused as they thought we were real friends. Aw. I reminded them that every time I asked them to hang outside of work, they would say no and would give reasons that ranged from understandable to ones that were, well, obvious that they didn't want to hang out with me. I soon realized that maybe we weren't going to be friends and that they were just my colleague who I could talk to during work hours. I let them know that I only consider people my friend if I hang out with them outside of work. They tried to laugh it off, but I reiterated that I was serious and that I would consider them nothing but a coworker. That's kind of rude. They got upset and said that friends come in all different varieties and that we were friends because we had conversations at work. I politely informed them that while they might see that as a friendship, I did not. I saw us as co-workers. My coworker got quiet and didn't continue the conversation. They then called me an asshole for making them upset. I was confused as it was a cordial conversation. Am I the problem for making my coworker upset that I didn't consider them a friend?
I have many thoughts.
Yeah.
And they kept changing throughout that whole story.
Right.
Because at the beginning,
yeah,
it was kind of like, okay, you're being kind of rude.
Yeah, like kept reiterating, like...
Well, if the other person who's claiming they're friends wasn't like receiving their invitations.
I know.
That's weird.
It's weird. I almost feel like the co-worker is at fault for like not actually inviting them to be friends and then...
Exactly. And then pretending they're friends anyway when this person was trying to be their friend.
Honestly, that's kind of slimy.
It's like, yeah.
But what do you think about the definition of the friend that this person said? Which is that like...
You hang out.
You hang out and you talk about non-work related things.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, what is that's... No, you're not... Is that rude? No, but it's true because this person made an effort to be the kind of friend that they define as a friend with this person.
Yes.
And they rejected that effort. And therefore, then you're not entitled to call me your friend. Yeah. In my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. And I think like maybe what this person was thinking is like, we're work friends. But not friends.
This is where it gets complicated. Yeah. Because I categorize people as my work friends who I consider actual friends. I just like, for me, work in front of the friend just means that's where we hang out. That's where we met. I'm not thinking of it as like a separate thing to being a friend. That's just a colleague.
See, I would consider people work friends who are not. Who are like, I don't hang out with outside of work and talk about.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you would give someone that label.
Work friend.
Yeah.
Work friend.
If I'm giving someone a friend label, I'm
okay, but think about the people that you work with.
Yeah.
The people that like you don't hang out with on the weekend.
I don't consider them work friends.
You don't consider them friends.
they're on my team and I love them.
Oh my God.
But they're not my friend.
That's wild. So, okay, how often do you hang out with your coworkers outside of work?
With you?
No, just
several times a week
yes.
outside of the office.
We literally, not now because it's bloody raining every bloody afternoon and
Yeah.
the sun sets at like 2 p.m. But
Yes.
in summer,
We're almost every day.
oh, that's a bit of a stretch.
No, because think about when
Like
we go to
twice
the
a week.
office, we see each other.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's 2 days a week. And then
Yeah.
at least 2 other times
during the week.
That's 4 out of 7 days.
Yeah, so true. That's a majority.
I see him more than any of my other friends.
No, it's actually so true. Like, I haven't seen my real friends in like a month. My real friends.
Wow, I see where we stand. Now that I know you call everyone your work friend. Why are we even here?
Well, then it comes to the conversation about like, because I would say you're my work bestie.
Okay, yes, that's true.
But then you're also my friend.
Yes, like legitimate
Yeah.
friendship. Because, okay, while I agree with what I said earlier, I agree with myself.
Great to know.
That it was a weird, like the co-workers being weird by
Yeah.
trying to stay friends even though they didn't try to actually be their friend.
Yeah.
I think it's inappropriate to respond the way that the
Yes.
OT did
Yes.
when the person called them. Because just like ignore it and then don't talk to them again.
Also, you're leaving the job. Also, this is the other thing is like, I don't know what industry this person is in, but like for us, like in Australia, in media, the industry is so small that like you might end up working with that person again in a few
probably
years.
will.
Yeah. And they're going to hate you.
Yeah, because you made a big deal out of telling
You're like,
them.
you're nothing but a co-worker. What would you do if someone said that to you?
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't be the person being like, you're my work friend to someone who...
You would just accept it.
Well, I would just not say that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people who I'm work friends with know that we're work friends.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone that I consider a work friend who I'm like, oh, they would probably not think of me as a work friend.
Yeah, right. Okay, so what would you do if all of your co-workers are friends, but like you weren't part of that, but you wanted to be?
Oh, I was going to say, are
Yeah.
they cool? Do I care?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, that kind of reminds me of when we first started working together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when I joined BuzzFeed,
Yeah.
I was on the admin team.
Yes,
So I
oh
was
my
the office
God.
coordinator.
Yes.
Sohan was on the editorial team, so they were the cool kids. And they all sat together and did all this stuff together. And for like a good 8 months, I was on the outside trying to be friends with you guys.
But you were also such a Shayla because I remember like, we'd be like, Hameda, you should just like write a BuzzFeed article. Like we'll get you set up in the CMS, like, because we could tell that you had like content mind. Also, like just so you guys know, like Hameda was the absolute best office manager in the world. Like she would plan all of our lunches. She would keep the snack shelf stocked. And everything just ran smoothly. Everything was organized. It was like the best. But I'm glad you're on the dark side now.
The dark side. Yeah. I do enjoy taking care of people. And, trauma in childhood will do that for you. You know, you anticipate everyone's needs and just meet them before things go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, dark. No. But like,
Deep.
genuinely, and that actually, it's so interesting. I feel like work friendships is such an interesting topic for me because I've been in so many different areas of a business that I've made friends in different areas and everyone is some people stick, some people drift.
Yeah.
And some people are just temporary friends.
Yeah,
even
that's
in
it.
the workplace.
I have like in like one of my last workplaces, like I had like a couple of really close like work friends and they definitely like became my friends, but I haven't really seen or spoken to them in years.
Yeah.
But like forever in my heart.
Yeah, and like if you ever do end up meeting up with them again, it's like nothing's changed.
It'll be great.
We're right here. Let's catch up. Okay,
Exactly.
back to the question because we kind of got off the rails. But what I did being in this situation where people were friends and I wanted to be their friend, I fully masterminded the whole situation.
Did ya?
I was like, I'm going to learn everything I can about this girl.
Me?
Yeah, and basically tailor my whole existence so that we end up being friends. And then she started inviting me to like birthdays, and then I went because I was like, I needed to put myself in front of her. And now we're work besties on a podcast.
Yeah, so true. Wow, you really manifested that.
I did.
From my perspective, I feel like it'll happen very like naturally, organically. And I was like, I just knew that from the very beginning. I remember saying like, you need to write content, and then I think it just kind of happened from there.
Yeah.
Okay, should we go to the next one?
Yeah, I'm going to read this one. I don't hate my coworkers, but this big but. I've been working a simple part-time job for over 6 months now, During that time, I've been asked to go out to bars, have get-togethers at people's houses, and things of that nature by my coworkers. I have no desire to do these things because my job is simply just a job and nothing else. I don't hate my coworkers, I just don't want to spend extra time with them. One day, one of them asked me if I had a problem with them, and I said no. They persisted in asking why I don't do stuff with them after work, and I finally just let it rip that we're just coworkers, we're not friends, and that really seemed to hurt them. I've been called to HR.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on, about my reluctance to talk to people at work, but the answer is still the same. I go to work, and nothing else. Am I the problem?
No, I don't think.
I can't believe someone can get pulled to HR for not wanting to be a friend. That's crazy.
That is wild. I feel like that is definitely not an HR issue.
No.
I feel like maybe the co-workers in this scenario made it out like it was a workplace issue, because otherwise why would HR get involved?
Yeah, like were they framing it as bullying?
Yeah, which makes me think like, how standoffish was this person being? But I fully understand that work is just work and my coworkers are not, and I don't want to hang out with them.
We've met people like that
Yeah,
at work.
yeah.
And it was like fine.
Yeah.
Because they were still very decent and sweet as a person. We just didn't know anything about them.
No. And I remember like my first job, right? Like I came into this workplace really young compared to everyone else in the team, and they were all really close and they would all hang out all weekend. They would stay at the office late. Like they would literally be in the office for like 12 hours because they were like hanging out. I know. I was like, guys.
Wait, I feel like we've done that before. Because they were hanging out. I didn't hear that part.
Oh, so true. We have done that before. But this, like, okay, I was like, I have no desire to hang out with these guys outside of work. I just kind of want to get in, get out. But I did wish that like they would engage with me more in the workplace. But it wasn't that big of a deal. Like I got over it. It was fine.
So you didn't want to be their friend?
No.
Oh.
They were like 10 years older than me.
Yeah, but sometimes that can be fun.
Yeah, it wasn't like a...
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Actually, what I've just picked up from that situation that we've just spoken about, you're an only child.
Oh my God, I am.
I'm the youngest of four.
Oh.
I'm so used to being around people 10 years older than me.
Yes.
That I love making friends
oh
with
my
people
God,
10 years older than me.
that's so true.
Whereas you probably only ever been with people older than you and you were over it.
Yes. Oh my God, family holidays, so boring. Like, love it. Thank you. Very privileged to be able to go on holiday. But it was like me, my mum, my grandma, and all of the relatives were like at least my mum's age or above. So I was just like so bored.
Yeah.
But that's really true, because I do feel like generally in my life, I just want to be around people and I want to be social. Like when I was at school, like I would want to go to school because I would want to be around people.
Which is crazy for most people.
Yeah,
Because
wild.
they don't want to go to school.
Yeah.
I need to go back to the HR thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the HR thing actually makes...
That would put me off.
Yeah.
Now I know why they don't want to be a friend.
Yeah.
Because why are you going to HR?
Why are you going to HR?
That's really weird.
I feel like they don't have enough work to do.
That's also like, are you trying to get them fired for not being a friend? Because that's shady.
That's giving cliquey, gross vibes.
Yeah, because it's a cult. Like, are you trying to make a cult? Have you ever reported someone to HR?
No,
Me neither.
I have not.
I wonder what drives people to that state. Or maybe it's privilege. Maybe I'm just really oblivious and don't notice when people are being rude to me.
I'm trying to think if I don't think I ever have. I've definitely been involved in like HR stuff in the past, but like it was never me that like brought it to HR. I think early on in my career, I was told like HR is there for the company, not for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I was going to say, isn't it supposed to be the opposite? Because that would be wild.
No, HR is there for the company, not for you. They're there to protect the company.
Yes, but that shouldn't be the case.
No. I think it also depends on the specific company's culture and like vibe, because in being there for the company, you are there for the people as well, because like you have a duty of care for the people that are working for the company. But I think if there are some toxic workplace cultures and you bring HR in, it can backfire on you. But I feel like this is a whole other episode talking about HR.
100% I agree. I also just feel like I would rather absolve the issue myself
Yes.
than get like multiple parties involved.
Because then, they just get everyone involved and like everyone, it's just a bit icky. I mean, obviously, if it's like a serious issue, like...
If they're leaving them out on purpose.
Yeah. Or like other serious issues like hardcore bullying or things like that, absolutely bring them in. But because they're not hanging out with you on the weekends.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like that's not a
I
work
also feel
issue.
like HR shouldn't have gotten involved after hearing that.
That's what makes me wonder, like, is this person being
unreliable?
a bit like on a high horse about like, I don't like, you guys aren't my friends, and is being a little bit of a bitch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, part-time for 6 months.
And part-time as well.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like...
Give it some time.
Or like, just don't. It's fine if someone doesn't want to be your friend. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But sometimes people just don't want to be your friend.
Yeah.
And that's so
It's
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Guys, it is totally okay to have people that you are friendly with in the workplace and it starts and ends there. It's actually very beautiful.
That's the beauty, like that's the spot.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be with most people in your workplace.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it gets too
complicated. It gets a bit complicated, doesn't it? I always kind of worry, I'm like, because we're so tight, I'm like, it's actually good that we kind of don't work on the exact same team.
Yes, exactly. We're so separate.
I don't want to like make anyone feel like they're not part of it.
True. Do you think people feel that way about us?
Wow. The person behind the camera is making a face at me. I would hope that people don't feel that way because I try and be friendly to everyone. And I also think most of the conversations we have that are not about work, we don't have at work.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But I've never been in a situation where I don't make friends in a workplace. Is that also problematic?
I think because you have worked in really great places. Oh. Whoa.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, okay, I'm talking about your media career.
Media? Well, yeah, I've been in one place.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm like, it's a great place to work.
You're like, hang on.
I was like, sorry.
Because I did PR internships.
Oh my God, you did.
And some of those were not.
Yeah.
In fact, my first one made me want to quit PR.
PR is wild.
It's
not for me.
And it was, okay, here's the thing, because I had a terrible experience and I'm sure we'll discuss this in a different episode. But when I did it, the place that I was working for was not renowned enough to be acting the way that they were. And I think that's what put me off.
Right.
Every other workplace that I have been in, I have ended up making friends.
Yeah.
And against my will.
Yeah.
Because I just...
Because you're around them all
gravitate.
the time. And especially, I think, pre-COVID when we were in the office all the time.
Yes.
Like, you're literally hanging out with these people more than your family. So it's natural to develop, like, work friendships.
Yeah.
Now I do think it's a bit harder. Like, I love office days now. We only get 2 of them a week. Only. Like, they wouldn't want us to come in more. But I'm like...
No, they wouldn't, because we wouldn't fit.
Oh, yeah, there's not enough desks.
Yeah, which we love, because that means that we don't have to.
Well, actually, yeah, this is also another topic, but we have to hot desk. So, like, we can't set up our desk.
Oh, yeah.
Which I really don't like. Like,
No.
it takes me, like, 15 minutes every morning to bloody connect my laptop to the, like, screens that don't work. And I'm,
Why do you
like,
think I don't
troubleshooting.
do it?
I know.
I just pull my laptop
need
down
my
and get to
screens,
work.
though.
That's fair, because you do... I do this.
Yeah, you've got you're a notebook writing person and I'm a digital gal.
But, yes. Anyway, that's not... But it kind of is relevant because I feel like decorating a desk is a great way to make friends.
Totally. I remember your desk at BuzzFeed. You had like a Red Bull shrine.
Oh, yeah. I'm a maximalist at heart, so my desk was giving that.
My desk, like, I tried to make it look nice. I remember I got like a fake plant and a stapler and like put it there.
Yeah.
But then over time, it just collected clutter and dust. And it was kind of gross.
You would leave like glasses full of water on your desk and leave for the day.
Yeah.
That would freak me out.
Sorry.
It would make me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think I have a video.
What?
I have a video,
took a video of me?
Of your full glass of water.
Yeah.
In fact, we might insert it at some point.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just staying hydrated, but okay.
When you're not in the office. Okay.
It's fine.
Different episode.
All right, next one.
Okay.
A little effort would be nice. Am I the problem for asking my friend at work to put in a little effort in the friendship and not treat me like a ghost when I'm around her at work? Jeez. I've been feeling quite uncomfortable at work as my new work friend is not really putting much effort in the friendship when in person. I only started talking to her recently over Teams and we started off pretty good. Good energy with conversations. Why does this sound like a dating?
I don't know what's happening.
It's a workplace dilemma. However, when we were in the office together, I tried instigating some conversation, but was always met with one-word replies. On top of that, she's always on her phone and I felt so disrespected. A total 180-degree change from our work-from-home conversations. I've confronted her about this multiple times and all she said was that I was thinking too much and that she prefers a low-maintenance friendship. Mind you, she did mention over Teams that I was her work BFF, or at least a friend, but now it feels like that was all lies. Oh my God, mixed messaging. Right now, after confronting her again, she said she's really turned off by how much I expect her to put as much effort as me into just a friendship. All I said is that I hope she puts in some effort to make me not feel like a ghost. On top of that, she's now ignoring me. What do I do? Oh my God. Who are you siding with here? Why are you making that face?
I feel like I've been in this situation.
Really?
I'm siding with the other person. This is weird. This is giving I'm so sorry. Am I allowed to say that?
I don't think so. Sorry.
Here's the thing. People communicate differently.
Yeah.
So someone might be different in text than they are in person.
Yes.
Because they're an introvert or they're shy. Or maybe they just don't like talking. Maybe they're deeply autistic and they just don't want to talk and they're nonverbal. Like, leave them alone.
Yeah.
If they're trying to be your friend, especially if they've said that you're their friend.
And also they said, I prefer low maintenance friendships. They're actually communicating really well with you.
Exactly. That's very clarifying to me.
Yeah.
I feel like saying that you're uncomfortable because they're not making an effort in your friendship. So they're not even actually doing anything to make you uncomfortable. They're just not.
Yeah. It feels like there's a lot of expectations from this person that is not being communicated. And also, yeah, like I was like, oh, this sounds like a dating thing because like, why are you expecting your colleague to like put in heaps of effort? Like, just, leave them alone.
Yeah. And I also wonder what they mean by make me feel like a ghost.
Ignoring them, always met with one word replies. Maybe they're just busy.
Well, yeah.
Doing work. Because sometimes when I'm like locked in, I just like don't talk to anyone for a bit and like don't hear when people are talking around me.
But like all day, every day?
No, but sometimes. And maybe this person is just more inclined to do that.
Yeah, and I feel like if they're being normal on Teams.
Yeah.
Just talk to them, like even when you're in the office,
Yeah.
maybe pull up Teams and chat with them on Teams.
Chat with them on Teams in the office and see where that gets you.
And maybe stop
confronting them about it as well. They're like, I've confronted her about this multiple times.
That's wild.
How about you stop? You've got your message.
Yeah.
They want low maintenance friendship.
Yep.
Clearly their definition of like work BFF is different.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to like respect their boundaries a little bit.
If you want them to meet you where you are, you need to make an effort to meet them where they are, which is they don't like to verbally communicate. They prefer messaging.
Yeah.
Which is, again, fine. People have different communication styles.
Yeah.
And until you like learn that and take that on, you're not mature enough to have a friendship. I'm so sorry.
So real.
They're all going to end up that way.
That's very real. Yeah. I think this is one of those ones where it's like a really blurred line between work friend and different expectations and definitions of what that is.
But this is a new work friend. They're not even like long-term work friends.
Still.
I feel like that's so dramatic for a new friend. Maybe they're not warmed up to you yet.
I think, you know what, where I get confused with this one is they said that they were their work BFF over Teams.
Yeah.
And then giving one-word replies in the office.
But maybe they don't like talking. Like maybe they genuinely don't like talking.
Maybe this person came on way too strong IRL and turned the colleague off. Because
True.
that could be a thing. Because like you said, when you're like chatting on Teams and stuff, especially when you're working from home, I find I talk to people a lot more on Slack and Teams when we're working from home because I want to have that like social interaction. And then in the office, like sometimes the chat is dead.
Yeah, because we're all chatting in real life.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like maybe in real life, this person came on a bit too strong and turned the other person off, which I feel like has happened to me before.
Like which person were you in
like
someone
like came on a bit too strong and I felt uncomfortable about their expectations of me as a work friend.
Yes. And I can totally see it because maybe even when you're on Teams, you could be more friendly.
Yeah.
And like it might be interpreted. But if they have said that you're their work friend, my belief in what has happened in the situation is that the person just is a much better texter and messenger than a speaker.
IRL speaker.
Yeah.
So, okay, what is your immediate thought when someone like calls you their like work bestie or work BFF?
No, Sohan's my work bestie, actually. So sorry.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
But I'm weird with loyalty, and it might be because I'm a Taurus cusper, to the space where if someone did call me their work bestie, I would feel guilty.
Yeah, I get that. As a Capricorn, I'm also like a very loyal person.
Yeah, because I'm like, the title's been taken.
Yeah.
You can't just call me that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But I also think you can have multiple besties.
Yes, but like, for me, the guilt comes from when it's not.
Yeah, it's not reciprocated.
It's not the same level.
Yeah.
I'm like, you haven't earned that title, actually.
Totally.
But I'm not going to correct them because that's rude.
That's it. You're not going to be like, you're nothing but a coworker.
Can you imagine if someone was like, oh my God, my work bestie, and you're like,
you're nothing
you're
but
not actually
a colleague to me.
I don't care.
Yeah. Awkward.
Cool Asia.
Well, like, what are your thoughts on like repeated confrontations in a workplace friendship?
I would respond the way this person responded
Yeah.
and ignore them.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, well, then we're not friends at all.
Yeah.
Period. You
Yeah.
don't get me on Teams or in real life.
Yeah.
Now what?
It would definitely change the dynamic, and I feel like this person just really needs to back off to like maintain some sense of like normality. Otherwise, it's gonna get weird.
Advice for this specific person is let go of this friendship because
Yeah.
you're never going to get back where you were.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't expect that. Or maybe find someone who's like the kind of communicator you are. If
Yeah.
you need that in your life, then they're not right for you. So like, it's not necessarily a bad thing that that person is ignoring you or doesn't want to talk to you because they're not for you.
Yeah.
And
You'll find someone
you're
else.
not for everyone, and that's okay.
That's okay.
Because there's so many people that exist.
I love
Surprise.
that. Surprise. Quick references, tips to take away from the episode about work friendships. I think for me, the main one is be careful of the expectations you have of your coworkers who you're friendly with. Because people's definition of a friend versus work friend versus colleague is so different.
Yeah.
So just like remove your expectations, I would say.
I agree. I think it's important to be self-aware when you are in a workplace because there are so many more stakes than just a regular friendship.
Yes.
Like we were discussing. Obviously within the actual workplace and the time that you're working together. But if you are in an industry that's small, like media in Australia, like we said, you're going to see them again.
Yeah.
And you want to leave everyone with a good impression.
Totally.
Do what you have to do to get that. Unless they're obviously a horrible person and you're like, I don't ever want to be associated with this person again. That's fine. Or work really, really hard so that every time you do meet up with them, you're the one in the position of power.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Totally. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be like burning bridges by clarifying that people are just a colleague.
And don't call HR on people for not being a friend.
That's definitely a big reference.
Yeah.
Do not involve HR unless
they're doing something
really bad.
Exactly.
Yeah. And also just think about maybe what you could handle yourself. Like, what can you change yourself? You can't control other people's actions.
And think about why you want to be that person's friend if they don't want to be your friend.
Yeah. So true.
Like, look inward.
Yeah.
What does this mean for me as a person?
Another reference that I would also say is like, if you find yourself in the position where you are wanting and needing friendships through your workplace, it might be time to get some hobbies and get some friends and a support network outside of your workplace.
Yes.
Because everyone needs connection, everyone needs friends. But if you're putting the onus on the people you work with, you know, I get it. Like after school, after uni, you're in the same vicinity as people all the time. So when you enter the workplace, you're like, oh yeah, I'm just like here again, but it's really not the same.
No. Even though I feel like, especially with COVID, people have become less inclined to go out and meet people. I feel like we had an issue before COVID with people not really going out and meeting people in different spaces. It does feel like the only place you can meet people in Sydney is through your workplace.
True. Especially if you're not from Sydney.
Yeah. So it's tough, but read the room.
Yeah.
Essentially.
So true.
Also just be a cooler person and more people will be friends. Just kidding.
Just be better.
Just be cool.
All right. Well, I think that's all we've got time for today.
I loved that.
Yeah.
It was very eye-opening.
Yeah. Thanks for coming along the journey. Office Hours with Sohan and Hameda is a Val Morgan Digital production and part of the BuzzFeed Australia network. Have a question or topic you want us to cover or a workplace dilemma you want us to unpack? Send us a DM on Instagram at officehoursbf or drop us an email on officehours@valmorgan.com.au.
For more, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at officehoursbf. You can follow Sohan on socials at Sohan Judge and follow Hameda on socials at It's Hameda.
Our music is by Jasic. Make sure to hit subscribe or follow so you don't miss an episode. And if you like what you hear, please rate us 5 stars and tell your friends to clock in.